Okay, welcome to So Today I Did a Thing. I'm Jessie. Behind the phone / camera thing is Jamie. This is our definitely ugliest, dirtiest kitchen on YouTube, needs to be cleaned. So welcome back. It's been a while. Yeah, Witchy Wednesday. We're gonna slam Witchy Wednesday 2, 3, and 4 into tonight's episode. So why did we miss Witchy Wednesday number 2? I didn't realize when I ordered my spell crystals the week before Witchy Wednesday number 1 that I was getting them from London. Not London, just kidding. Not London, hold on. Where was it? Oh, it was London. Okay, cool. I didn't realize that they were coming to me from London. However, they were. So we didn't get them. I didn't get them till Monday, maybe over the weekend. So that's why we skipped week 2. Why did we skip week 3? Well, we're in Texas and Snowmageddon hit. So yeah, we didn't have power and did we have running water the whole time? I don't know. But we were on a boil alert until yesterday. Long story short, we took the homestead and we went and hung out with my in-laws. Thank you so much, Marty and Jerry, for letting us hang out at your house for a week and invading your space. We really, really appreciate it because there was electricity and heat. So that's why we skipped week 3. So we're on week 4 and we're gonna get it all out tonight. Okay, so as good witches do, we don't this is an omen to what tonight's gonna be like, guys. I'm just gonna apologize now because we don't know how to edit and all of this is just gonna go on the upload. If you do know how to edit, please comment, tell us how, teach us. Also, don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, witty, fun, whatever. Fingers crossed, take 2. Nice. All right, so as every good witch does, we light our candle, we set our intention, and we hope that we're not gonna burn a hole in the sprinkler. So tonight, we're setting 3 intentions. We are going to be doing motivation spell jars. We are making 4. 1 for Joe to continue to be motivated at work, because sometimes, it's work. Not really motivated. 1 for myself, because I have decided to once again attempt to sit for the CPA. So I'm going to need to stay motivated to study and practice. And then 1 for Jamie to stay motivated to push through those final, what do you have, 16, 18, 20 weeks of school left? Not even 20, less than 20. So for her to push through the final part of her senior year. And then a motivation spell jar for Jaren, because he's a 7-year-old little boy and sometimes he just needs to focus. Okay, here we go. Oh, darn it, the phone. So the first thing we're gonna add to these jars is chili flakes for power. And I'm trying not to make a huge mess, but you know me, whatever mess I make, I'll clean up. Let's see. Jamie needs a lot of power. I need a lot of power. Maybe I should put 2 teaspoons in mine. Oh goodness. That's a lot of chili peppers. Wow, that's a lot of flakes. Yeah, we're totally just gonna clean up when we're done. All right. Coffee for motivation. This is, so I have a Keurig behind her over there on the other side of my kitchen. And so this is my little K-cup pod for, this is Girl Scout Thin Mint coffee. If you could smell through the ether, it smells amazing. It smells like chocolate and mint. You know, here, smell. Yeah, chocolate and mint. All right. So coffee for motivation. We did a big scoop in Jamie's. I'm gonna put 2 scoops in mine. It'll be me and Raisin Bran. And then give Joe a scoop. And what's next? What's next is black pepper to banish negativity, and then salt to purify. And if y'all follow us on Fridays, you know that we're trying to eat keto. At least we have been until Snowmageddon. And I'm just going to tell you right now that keto's pretty much gone out the window the last couple of weeks. I want to believe that March 1, it's a Monday, it's a new month. I'm going to march to a new me. That sounded really hokey, I know, but that's my plan. And we'll see how it goes. So let me put a little bit of black pepper in here. And black pepper, obviously, to banish the negativity. Our salt to purify. I have a little more negativity than most that we know. It's internal negativity too. We talk about that. So I had an update while I grind some salt. We'll talk a little bit about this update. I had an update with my doctor yesterday, and we're changing up my medications again because the combination that we've been with just doesn't seem to be holding. So, or improving is really the term. So we're going to go with an increase in my Zoloft and get rid of some Wellbutrin, and we'll see what happens there. And then, who needs more purifying? Me, my brother. Do you need some more purifying? Does your dad? Who do you think needs? She's just shrugging her shoulders. We'll give it to Joe. And a little more to her. And a little more on the island. All right. So then, salt to sweeten the hard moments. Okay. I think we haven't opened one of these in the pantry. I'll go look. Walk with us to our pantry. So, like I said, yeah, here we go. Open. So yeah, by the way, that's my really huge, awesome pantry. And we're out of regular sugar, so we're using this stuff. Witching on a budget. That's what it's about today. So some 0-calorie sweetener blend to sweeten up those hard moments. What else do we need? Then rice to absorb any nonsense. I have to admit, I really like that. Rice to absorb some nonsense. So I have some old school wild brown HEB rice blend. Woohoo, shout out. And we're just gonna fill it up because there's lots of nonsense in the world we need to absorb out of our systems. Oh, it works better if it goes in the jar, Jesse. And we're going to seal them with our green candle after we add some peppermint essential oil. And that peppermint essential oil is to invigorate us. How old's Daddy? 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So here's your dads. Here's me. Okay. And there's Jamie's kitty. One for Jamie. And one for Jared. Okay. All right, now we're going to go to our plate with our stones, which we'll be utilizing in our next two. And it's time to seal with our green candle. So we're notorious for just pouring the wax on because that's what we do. Let it melt. We need a little more to melt. Try and go this way. There we go. More that way. A little more this way. All right, just let those sit off to the side. Hang out on the stove. We'll get another plate and we'll move on to our next. So our next, oh wow. Our next set of jars tonight is going to be started as soon as I clean up my little mess here. Go. And we're back. It was really fast. I cleaned up the table. I set things up. Jamie made a very dramatic experience of depetaling the rose. All right, so we're going to do some self-love spell jars now. I've got broken pieces of rose quartz because yay, our crystals came in. So I'm going to put in a couple of pieces into each jar, maybe if I can get them to fit without breaking the jar. Not that I don't have enough jars, but you know. Maybe that one could be interesting. Okay, that one may have to wait. Yes, I did have to crack these by hand. Jamie helped me do that. She's a lifesaver. All right, let's see if there are any other pieces that I can make work. Maybe this one. Maybe not this one. Yeah, I don't want to break the glass. So let's see what kind of dust we have down here. There we go. All right, so rose quartz, thrown in some of that for love, because we're talking about self-love and we're not talking about that kind of self-love, which reminds out of the gutter kids. We're talking about like self-esteem and positive self-talk and things along that line. So then we want to purify as well. So here's our salt, and it's pink salt. kind of going with the theme. You hear in the background my dog barking because she's outside. All right, so then from here, we're going to add a little bit of rosemary. And the reason we're going to add a little bit of rosemary is for some more purification, just to make sure that we really get, to the heart of ourselves. You also notice I'm trying to do this on the plate. Save myself a little cleanup time later. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. All right. And then also a little bit of sage. And this is rub sage, so I should be able to just pick some of them. Just kidding. And sage is for healing and cleansing as well. And getting rid of evil spirits. Oh, that's a lot. A teaspoon. Yes, that smirk you heard was Jamie. Yeah. Okay. A little more of that one. All right. So then from there, I'm going to add, I'm just going to grind it straight in here. Some black pepper to protect us from evil entities and dark thoughts. And I really think some of it's actually getting in. So cool. That's awesome. And then finally some rose petals. Just going to roll these up. Stick them in. Roll some more up. Stick them in. And the rose petals are for the love element completely. You know, love yourself, because, you know, that whole saying, if you can't love yourself, who can you love? It's actually quite true. You know, they tell moms to take care of themselves because if they don't take care of themselves, they can't take care of their children, which is also true. So we've got those, and then I'm going to add a little bit of lavender oil, mostly because it's got a calming element, and self-love should be calming. And what's the word I'm looking for? What is the word I'm looking for? Soothing, and a reliability that you have for yourself. Like, you should always be able to love yourself and rely on your own love for yourself. So we're just going to do 20. Yes, this was the part that I would love it if somebody could tell us how to edit and make this like go faster. And I lost count, so we're going to pretend that that was 20. And for the record, guys, we have 10 subscribers. Do you know how exciting that is? 10 subscribers. Woohoo! Okay. And you know what? I'm just going to seal it with all the stuff on top because I think that's cool. Here we go. This candle's starting to smell like soap. Oh. All right. One more, guys. One more. I'll set these over on the stove and let them set. And now we have some self-love. And last but definitely not least, tonight we are going to do spell jars for business success. So I have a friend, and met her through my contract spot, and she is moving on to another position on Monday. She's moving on to another contract position because that's what she does. That's her thing, and that's pretty awesome. And I want to intend one of these jars. I'm grabbing another plate. Don't worry, I'll be back. I want to intend one of these jars to be success for her in her new role. I would also like to intend one of these jars to be a success for me in a new role permanently. You know where I'm going with that. Okay, so business success. How do I not? There we go. We're going to put some rosemary in here. Some rosemary. I think she's trying to eat a plant that's in that HEB bag over there that we haven't planted yet. All right. Let's see. And then we're going to add some salt, of course. And we want to add some basil. Ooh, it's brand new basil, which could be a problem. Okay, we're gonna get to the basil in just a second. There we go. So yeah, brand new basil. So we're gonna add some rosemary, add some salt, add some basil, and we're gonna add some dill. And you'll notice that other than the salt and the sugar, because I'm gonna add some sugar here in a second. Sugar substitute, I know, roll with it. You know, witching on a budget. Come on, guys. They're all green. And our candle's also green. So we're going to throw in some dill. And here in a second, I'm going to have to let my dog back in. But they're all green herbs to correlate with the success of a business and the success of financing, success of financial gain, and money, because our money's green. That's right, Jim, get a close-up of the mess. All right, so we want to add a little bit of this sweetener because we want our business to be sweet. We want it to be positive energy in our lives. So there's that. And finally, we are going to add some crushed peppers because we want to increase the power for this. And before we have pizza again, Daddy and I are going to need some more peppers. All right. I'm going to tap these down, I guess. Jamie's trying to talk to me without talking to me, so I'm going to open the door. All right, now that the dog's back in, we're going to seal off our business success intention jars. I'm going to have to figure out a way to get Sharita her jar. Sharita, if you're listening, text me. Let me know how to get this jar to you because I want to give you your jar. And then let's melt some wax. Let's melt some more wax. Melt, 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 melt. All right, so thank you for being so patient and bearing with us as we worked through 3 weeks of Witchy Wednesday, and I don't know, what is this, an hour? 45 minutes, half an hour? I don't even know how long. Time flies when I'm doing this. This is so much fun. So yeah, exciting stuff. Snowmageddon is over. This time last week it was 5 degrees. Now it's 75 degrees and the air conditioner's on. You know, this time last week my heater didn't work. But, you know, I had to turn the air on today. It was crazy. Can add a little more wax. Okay. So I'm going to slide these over to the stove and let them set. And that's pretty much it for Witchy Wednesday. I do have brand new spell crystals that, you know, we cracked up a bit. And I have plenty of spell jars. So, you know, what is she doing? I don't know. So we can definitely continue our Witchy Wednesdays in another month, during March, another time. I do know that in March, I want to talk about really holding our show more like a podcast. I want to invite people to talk with us about different issues that run in lives. Something that's very close to my heart, and I know to Jamie's heart, is bullying in general. And before I started my YouTube channel, my husband made sure that I understood that the internet is mean. And because I've never done anything like this before. I mean, I have a Facebook page, but whatever. But he wanted me to make sure that I understood that the internet was mean and that people would probably not like me and not like what I was doing and not like why I was doing and things along that line. So in March, I really want to take this second weekly recording, and I know hopefully we won't, you know, have another snow situation that keeps us out of our house. But I want to invite people to come and talk. I'm going to say this out loud right now. I am going to beg, if I have to, Marisha Ray to please come and talk to us about cyberbullying. We love her. My daughter loves her. My husband loves her. I love her. I would even go so far as to say my son loves her. So yes, we as a family love Critical Role, and we love all of the voice actors that partake in such an amazing, what would you call that? It's just an amazing thing in and of itself. I have no idea what the cat's going crazy over there for. But yeah, so, yeah, Jamie's paying more attention to the cat than the dog. Now I know where her loyalties lie, and so do you. She's looking at me like, duh, Mom. All right, so that being said, yeah, I think this next month we're going to just kind of make it a podcast and a question answer and a talking. I mean, not that I don't just talk anyway, but we'll see what goes on. We'll see what the craziness of my mind comes up with next. But that's it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us on Witchy Wednesday, Tuesday. I can't talk. Witchy Wednesday 2, 3, and 4. I'm Jessie. Jamie's behind the camera. This is our kitchen. And we'll see you Friday. German chocolate cake.